Let's see. Oh.
Oh, dude, look. Looks like we're about to get a delivery, man.
Oh, shit. Look at all of that fibrous goodness.
What do you think he's gonna go with? I mean, it's gotta be some of our prebiotic favorites. And I don't know about you, but kind of in the mood for Tex-Mex myself. Oh, yeah, look. Looks like he's about to make a decision. What? Probiotic gummies? Tourists? They won't even make it past the stomach. You're telling me, dude, why doesn't he just give us the food we like to eat? Hey, I got an idea. Let's go find some leftover fiber around here and give him some gas. I'm on board with that.
Whoa. Whoa. Holy. Yo, what is up? Welcome back to another week of How to Health. My name is Kevin. I run liftandbalance.com, where we take aim at all things health and do it in an odd, weird, interesting, and highly sarcastic manner. Today, we are continuing our ventures into our inside world, talking about the dynamic between two of the most prevalent gut health strategies deployed by health seekers across the world, and why you must keep your head on a swivel while navigating them.
You all kept your head on a swivel.
Or the only thing you may be accomplishing is some extra pricey. We are talking probiotics and their often forgotten cousin, prebiotics. And before production team goes and jumps in a bath of kombucha, which sounds oddly satisfying, in this video we will break down what the two are, the distinct benefits they bring to the table, what you need to know when purchasing them, and how to maximize your protocol to get your gut bumping like the hottest club in South Beach. You know what? I don't like that reference. I think I'd rather be bumping like a self-sufficient, off-the-grid cabin in the middle of the wilderness. Yeah, that's more my vibe. So without further ado, let's get digesting. Prebiotics versus probiotics. First, let's start with the more popular and talked about probiotics. By now, I'm sure you are fully familiar with this health buzzword. Here's the skinny, or stinky. All right, last poop joke, promise. Probiotics are the umbrella term to classify live microorganisms, many times bacteria, in food or supplement form, which, when consumed in adequate amounts, deliver a beneficial effect to their host, aka us. Now, there's a lot to unpack in that long-winded statement. First, just because food or supplements have live microorganisms in them, which seems like pretty much everything does these days. I mean, production team, weren't you just using probiotic toothpaste? Doesn't mean they deliver a health benefit. Because even though you may have just ingested a food or product labeled as a probiotic, you gotta ask, do I know what strains of microorganisms are in it and in what quantities? And have those strains been studied in those quantities to actually have an effect on us? And how do we know they're even making it to that oh so important impact zone, our large intestines or colon? All of these are just a few examples of why all probiotics, whether in food or supplement form, are not created equal. And let's take this even a step deeper and look at the two, a supplement versus some food. First, when we look at some of the extremely nutritious and very tasty fermented foods that everyone loves, yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi, natto,
yada yada yada,
all of which are awesome additions to your daily diet. Yet, with these, most of the questions outlined above remain unanswered. Could they be doing something? Quite possibly, yes. But have they been quantified in a clinical setting? For most products on the shelves of our food stores, most likely no. But, like I said before, that doesn't mean they aren't great and can't be used to add a nice boost to your gut health strategy, which I'll touch on more in just a bit. They just shouldn't be classified as a microbiome silver bullet. Now, despite how tasty and delicious all of these fermented foods are, the majority of people reach to supplements to get their probiotic fix. And to be honest, there is nothing wrong with that, as long as you've gathered the proper intel about the supplement or probiotic infused product, to see if it passes the bacterial vibe check. Here's why. Bacteria are fragile. They're sensitive to things such as light, temperature, and moisture. And if not given the proper TLC, you'll find yourself in a big game of Clue, trying to uncover at what point those little critters kick the bucket.
There's been a murder
On the way to your mouth. The truth is, in many cases, the bacteria in the supplement hardly survive the trip from the manufacturer to the shelves in the store. And if they do, they have a very rude awakening when they reach the very acidic, bile-ridden digestive system of us humans. This is exactly why you need to research the manufacturing practices of the probiotic provider. Because, let's be honest, our shit is already expensive enough. No, I know what you're thinking, production team. Don't you dare try to sell it on eBay. No, you will probably get arrested. Do not. Here's some things to think about when you're assessing a product. A good manufacturer should have a lot of these answered in their frequently asked questions section on their website. And if they're not, that may be a quick and simple sign to keep looking. First, what type of product is it? Are they straight probiotics, or are they added as an enhancer to a different supplement? And if it's the latter, that means the probiotic is not their very tippy top priority. And I'd be a little suspicious right off the bat. Then, their packaging technology. We're going to talk about the jar and the capsule. First, how do they block out light and moisture? And when it comes to the capsule, what ensures that the bacteria stay alive and viable through the digestion process and actually make it to your colon, where they can do their thing? A company that sells probiotics should be thinking of this. And lastly, have they proved it? Have they studied their product in a clinical setting? Not gonna lie, this one is rare. If they're gonna make claims on a product to improve some function of our health, they should be able to fork over a study or two on the product. Because probiotics are regulated as supplements, there are some very, very loose guidelines around claims. So don't fall into the marketing trap and do your own investigation on that specific product. And stay woke. One of the few companies that I've seen do a really good job here, and is also a probiotic that I often supplement with, is a company called Seed, which I'll link below. The good news is when you finally find a good product, the benefits can be significant. For example, 61% of Americans deal with consistent digestive discomfort, and specific strands of probiotics have actually shown to help here, easing bloating, alleviating constipation, and helping one become a little more regular. As you can tell, this is very much an area where quality matters. And listen, I know what you're thinking. Hey, Kev, that's cool. You told me what to look out for, but how do they actually work their magic? The not so obvious ways probiotics work. There is a common misconception that probiotics have to colonize your gut and alter the composition of your microbiome to be effective. Not true. In fact, probiotics typically do not take up residency in your gut. Why is this? Because we already have tens of trillions of microorganisms rooted in our intestinal tract. And most probiotics simply do not have enough bacteria to make a significant difference in the composition of our microbiota. And even if they did, we simply do not have enough information about the safety and implications of introducing colonizing microbes. It could very well alter the unique balance of our internal ecosystem and drive unintended consequences. So if they don't actually change the composition of our microbiome, what do they actually do? Well, they simply do their thing by influencing colonizing microbes as they pass through, reinforcing gut barrier effects and downregulating inflammation, thereby promoting microbes that are associated with a healthier gut physiology. That's what's going on down there. And adding on another fun layer of complexity, there's also increasing evidence supporting the fact that there is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to probiotics. The right treatment often depends on the individual's current gut microbiome status and other environmental factors such as diet, sleep, movement, and environmental toxins. Hence why just taking any plain supplement that says probiotics on it and crossing your fingers hoping it works isn't a good strategy. But this is precisely where prebiotics saves the day. Unlike supplementing with probiotics every so often, prebiotics is something I send down the hatch each and every day. They are the much less talked about, less hyped foods that our beneficial gut bugs love to eat. I like to think of them as fertilizer for the gut. That's right, the microbial composition down in your intestinal tubing is vastly influenced by the food that you feed them, day in and day out, because microbes gotta eat too. And when you consume more prebiotic foods, beneficial health promoting communities of microbes will prosper, while the less than optimal, potentially nefarious communities dwindle. Sounds like a pretty good deal, right? So where do you find them? In real whole foods, of course. Prebiotics are specific dietary fibers in plants, often also called roughage. This is the part of the plant that we humans can't break down and digest ourselves. But good thing for us, our good gut bugs love the stuff. And don't think they forget to show their appreciation as a thank you for all that succulent fiber. The beneficial gut bacteria produce several byproducts, including short-chain fatty acids and metabolites, that get absorbed through our selectively permeable gut wall and provide a host of benefits for their host, us. Some notable benefits include strengthening the gut wall, lowering systemic inflammation throughout the body, and helping stave off many of those slow-moving chronic metabolic diseases that plague Western society in general. This right here is why I focus much more on feeding the few trillion of my closest friends, rather than simply trying to just consistently jam more bugs into the already packed intestinal party. The simple guideline here is focusing on incorporating more real whole plant foods. And when you do, you'll not only be receiving all of the awesome benefits from their vast array of micronutrients, but you'll also be sending a nice fiber gift basket to all your neighbors down there. You know what they say, people helping microbes helping people. Okay, maybe it's just me who says that, but erroneous. Here's a list of some of the most prominent prebiotic foods to start adding into your daily mix. One of my favorite ways to get a double whammy of both probiotics and prebiotics is by consuming foods that are both probiotic and prebiotic together. Fermented cabbage, sauerkraut, kimchi, natto, while adding many prebiotic powerhouses like garlic, onions, dandelion greens, apples, bananas, artichoke, and asparagus. And I also supplement with the aforementioned probiotic seed several times a week, which actually has prebiotics built into the capsule technology, literally sending the probiotic in with some bacteria jet fuel. And I gotta give you the fiber disclaimer. For people who have followed the standard Western diet for the majority of their life, which is traditionally highly processed, highly refined, low dietary fiber, just flipping the switch from a very low fiber diet to a very high fiber diet is not an optimal strategy to go about this. You will most likely be setting yourself up for an unpleasant experience accompanied by gas, bloating, and digestive discomfort. So with like any other health intervention, always baseline your present day habits first. Take into account your current health status and build a slow and steady strategy to start rebuilding your gut, along with that vast ecosystem of microorganisms that is proving to be more and more critical to health each and every passing day. Remember, this is a marathon, and it most certainly does not happen overnight. It happens over many nights. It's the micro steps, week by week, month by month, year by year, that dictate macro change, that dictate macro health. So keep on learning, keep on investing, and keep on helping your microbes help you. You know what they say. People helping microbes helping people. No, still just me saying that. Well, now they are too, right?